6.5-point favorite is Kentucky. Who wins? What's the score, Rob?
I just have one question. What constitutes a blowout?
10.
All right.
For me.
Blowout! I'm sorry.
Wow.
I got a blowout for Kentucky. I got Kentucky winning 84-72. They will not be denied because they have also, along with Anthony Davis and just the way that they played, also have the formula for what they were able to do against Thomas Robinson earlier this season, where he fouled out only twice, I think he fouled out all year long. Got him in foul trouble. And I think when they have that little blueprint, they know where they need to go. And if you could get rid of Thomas or limit him, that'll allow them. And my thing is, when you talk about a blowout of the game, you could be up by 6 or 8 late and then add those extra points to make it a 12-point victory.
Right. I
got Kentucky. John Calipari's first championship, he will not be denied. He has the best college player going, who's going to the pros as an impact player. This will all come to fruition.
Well, I disagree with you.
Okay.
I have Kansas. Rock, Jock, Jayhawk.
Oh, you're picking Kansas?
Wow.
I am picking them to win 72-69 over Kentucky because Kansas, they're a gritty bunch. They get after it. They make them feel you. That's what Pat Riley used to talk about. Make them feel you when you're on the floor.
Yeah, they do.
And
especially
Thomas Robinson,
in the second half.
Exactly. You know, I talked with Danny Manning, and he said, Bruce, the special thing about Thomas Robinson is that we gave him a package, and he stays within that package. And that package consists of low post play, and when you have that little jump shot, go ahead, but don't try to do things outside of the package.
So they didn't give him the package in the first meeting? No? That package wasn't available?
Well, you had to develop a package.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure.
You get better. You get better after losses, but I feel like, yes, Kentucky is talented, and they may be the more talented team, but I love the way that the Kansas team fights. So I'm going with them. I'm going with a fighter other than that talented guy. Talented guys get you fired. That's what a head coach told me.
You're doing research on this topic, calling Danny Manning?
Well, I mean, hey,
that's unbelievable.
It's basketball, baby.
Wow. I'm shocked. We didn't know what we were getting here. Although I think Bruce decided Kansas was going to win when you asked him the question, Jay.
No, it was this morning. Check Mike and Mike.
Yeah? Oh, you did on Mike and Mike?
And Sports Center as well.
Oh, wow. Well, you're way ahead of us. Okay, I want to make it clear. I have picked Kentucky from the start. And numerous times we've done questions about what percent does the underdog have against Kentucky, and I gave everybody 0%. But in this game, this is going to be a close game. I'm not going to pick Kansas, but I got it 68-66.
Wow.
Kentucky,
wow, you got a barn burner.
I got it down to the wire.
We don't understand how you had a blowout.
I got a blowout. Anything over 10-point blowout.
Well, if you watched Kansas in the first half of their tournament games, you could make that assumption. But, boy, they've been good in the second half.
My theory is based more on what Kentucky won't do. I think this young team is starting to feel the weight on its shoulders of Calipari's history because they're all smart kids. They know what's going on. They know what went on before them. They know that Kentucky or Memphis missed free throws to lose big games. And all of a sudden, after I touted them all year about what great free throw shooters they were, and they made 35 of 37 against Indiana. In the last 2 games combined, they have missed 23 free throws. They go 11 for 20 the other night against Louisville. 11 for 20? That'll get you beat.
It kept it close.
Well, it's just like what happened back 12 for 19 versus Kansas in 08. And when they they missed what, they went 1 for 5 in the last 75 seconds of that game. Yep. I just think they're starting to feel the weight of the legacy or lack thereof of the head coach. And then the other shock of shocks to me on Saturday night was, and I thought Kentucky would win handily, and I had the score pretty close. They finally pulled away late, but it got real hairy for a while because Louisville, and this, as much as I love Anthony Davis, he got out-hustled and out-muscled in the paint for offensive rebounds. Louisville got 16 offensive rebounds. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but also when you're playing from behind like that, and you have to do just to stay in the game.
Okay, but offensive rebounds are just about guts.
What he's talking about is that that's effort.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with necessarily, oh, I did this way. It's effort. I want that rebound.
Plus, it's Pitino's footprint.
I think Robinson understands how he's looking at this as a challenge. That's the number 1 pick right there. Okay. Oh, I will be playing against him in the next level.
Sure.
But I want to set a statement right now. I want everyone to know that Kansas is trying to shock the world like they did back with Danny Manning against Oklahoma Sooners.
There you go. I was there. And it got me because I thought my Sooners would win that going away. I thought it'd be
you
a
went
rout.
against Kansas then, and look what happened, and you're going against them again.
Here's the other X factor, and I've been touting this kid all along, but Jeff Withey is a 7-foot quick jumper. I mean, quick jumper. He's like Birdman, except a little taller than Birdman.
Oh, why would you use Birdman?
Well, I don't know. Birdman's got good spring.
Give him better credit.
Well, I will.
Birdman.
I just did. I just said he's about 3 inches taller, and he is changing games. He changed their game against your guys. He had seven blocks.
He was the MVP.
He was.
I know that Robinson took over in the second half, but he limited Ohio State's horse, and that was the difference in the game Saturday.
Yeah.
He did a number on
You have that kind of length in college, and they understand the defensive concept of what they're doing. This leads into the whole predicament, what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You're proving me correct right now, Skip.
Yeah,
Thank you.
And
So why don't you just pick Kansas since you're so big on Kansas? Go the other way.
Because I picked Kentucky from the start, and I'm not going to back off that. I just like the way Kansas got here because I have no idea how they gutted that out against your Ohio State Buckeyes. That was some big heart.
What about a dinner bet for me?
He didn't. Sullinger didn't look like he did in previous games, and that's because of the defensive pressure.
Well, he was not a paint presence.
Hey, Tyshawn and Elijah can be a little knuckleheaded every once in a while, but when they get going, they can run the ball back at Kentucky because when they get their break flying, as you saw in the second half, it got flying.
A couple of caveats, though. One to Kansas, don't dig yourself a deep hole in the first half
Not
like you did against North Carolina, and because they will run you out of the building if you do. But this caveat to Kentucky, the championship game was not Saturday night. Most of the Commonwealth, at least the Lexington student-based fans, celebrated Saturday night as if they had won. This isn't over. They need to absolutely go into this knowing they can lose.
You're also picking Kansas.
I'm picking Kentucky. Oh. But I'm just saying, the caveat there is the game, the championship game wasn't Saturday night.
No, I know, but because it's an in-state rival.
I get that. No. I worked in the state. I understand the way it goes. But
I used to live in Kentucky.
Rob, get one of your dinners back. Bet him a dinner.
Yeah, I know. I want to bet. I do. Come on. I want to bet you a dinner on this.
Oh, he did?
Absolutely.
All right. I definitely will. I'll take you up on that.
That was bold of you, Rob.
Yeah. The thing, also, you look at the time that Kansas has been together. I like the time they've been together, and you say, you never know what might happen. Just like in the SEC championship, what happened with Kentucky?
Yeah.
They had been doing so well until that game, and it just kind of like, oh. And so now it's another scenario.
Yeah.
You're back where you would like to be, or I should say, you finally gotten there, and now let's see what takes place.
You've been so good. We're not sure we're ready to release you. So you may or may not be back in the next week.
We're 40 minutes into the show, and no Stephen A. Smith call today.
I can't believe
Maybe he doesn't have anything to say today.
Yeah, I think you just goaded him. The control room phone is ringing now.